Hey everybody, and welcome to this segment of our documentary, The Haunted Nevada Road Trip. And today we are in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada, underneath the Strip. So no glitz and glam down here. But there have been stories and reports from people that do live under here. And there's about maybe 200 to 300 people that live within the tunnels throughout Las Vegas. There are a lot of stories as far as people who have drowned from the floods. These are the flood channels. So when the water comes through, usually it gets a couple feet, but when it really rains hard, it comes up to about their chest, and it comes fast. So a lot of people don't have the time to get out, and a lot of people have been killed down here. But down here, it's also out of sight, out of mind, because it doesn't make the news. A lot of people don't even know this place exists. And that's why we're here. We had a couple people down here that we interviewed, and they had a friend that lived in this tunnel exactly where we're standing. And she had passed away last year during a flood. So they've been claiming that they can hear her, feel her, and see her. And we are here to kind of give a little bit of closure. Hopefully, we can find out what may still be residing in these tunnels with these people. Are they really alone? We don't know, but we hope to find out. So my name is Joshua Trey Montana with Beards and Ghosts, and this is...
I'm Xavier with Adventures with Cryptid.
And we're here today to find out what's going on.
So we can find. Along the way, we're going to use some tools that are going to help us see if we can detect something. If something's down here, we're going to try to communicate with it. One of them is a REM pod, and basically what this does, it detects a lower frequency than what we put out. And if anything comes near it, it'll detect it and it'll go off. So we're going to be using that. We also have our EMF, our ghost box.
SB7 Spirit Box.
The Spirit Box, which we will be sweeping through channels and hopefully get some direct answers that come through it, and see if something or someone down here wants to communicate with us. And then on top of that, we have our EMF detector. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, here's the EMF detector. I'm sorry. I can hear stuff coming. Hear stuff from the tunnels. I realized the guys down there. Yeah, so this is our EMF reader. And what is this? What does this do?
It's basically almost the same as a REM pod. It detects lower frequencies. And if something is near us or something comes really close to us, what the idea of this is that the lights will go off and they will start bouncing back and forth. That might mean that something is around us, either circling us, standing right in front of us, to the side of us, or behind us. So,
but electricians use this to see if there's any live wires.
They do. So it detects lower frequencies, but yeah, that is a good fact. So we're going to set up and see if we can communicate with something down here. With anybody?
We also have an EVP voice recorder, a Sony voice recorder, and we'll be using that during the investigation as well.
Right. So let's turn on the ghost box. Did you just go to the and turn on?
As you can see, I'm standing here and this thing isn't going off. So you really, I mean, something has to get really close for it to even.
All right, guys. So we're gonna start with the EVP session and see if we can catch anything. All right. So is anybody that died still down here with us? All right. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right, guys, so what we're going to do is we're going to start a voice session and see if we're able to communicate with whoever was here before. Now, if we are able to communicate, hopefully should be able to talk to us through the ghost box and give us a couple of words maybe. It could be something simple like hello or I'm okay or even a name. So we're going to try that and we're going to see if we can capture anything through the EMF reading, okay?
Behind us, we have the REM pod. So if this thing goes, I mean, we're not making it go off now, but if you get close enough, it will, so.
So I'm going to turn it on, and then we're going to start sweeping through channels and asking a couple questions. All right. Did anybody die in these tunnels? Did you hear something? Whether you sound like a no or a hello.
No or hello, yeah.
Are you still down here with us? Can you tell me if you're a male or a female? Did they say male?
No, I didn't. I think it said Mel, not Mel, but metal is what it sounded like.
Okay. Can you tell me your name?
A lady say no.
I heard a lady and a man. There's like several different voices coming through. I need to know your name. Can you come close to my box and tell me your name, please? Did you draw the symbols in the wall that got painted over?
If you're with us right now, Is anybody or anything with us right now? Could you please go near this little device we have set up right here? It won't hurt you. We're not here to hurt you. But if there is something here, can you let us know and give us a sign by making that little device light up? All you have to do is touch the antenna and go near it.
It almost said like, it said I see it or something.
It's weird. You hear that?
Yeah.
You heard that?
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's weird.
It's weird. Are you uncomfortable with us being here? Are you mad that we're here right now?
Sounds like the female voice coming through, but then it sounds like the male voice is also trying to come through.
So real quick, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have our friend Craig, we call him Big Craig. We're gonna have him come on over and speak to his friend who he lost last year. Craig?
It just said safe.
It feels, do you feel safe with Craig here?
That's like, almost. Right as you were walking up, it said safe. Yeah.
You wanna ask a question?
Nothing's coming to mind, you know? I'm just not tuned in like you guys are.
Do you mind if I ask him?
Go ahead.
Was Craig your friend? Craig, right? Yeah. Okay, we'll do that again. Was Craig your friend? There's a male voice. There's a male and a female.
It's happening again. It's happening again.
There's a male and a female voice coming through.
You know of any men who may have passed away down in this tunnel?
I can't think of anything.
It almost sounded that I heard him.
Did I heard him? Yeah, I heard him. It's something I heard, yeah.
So no,
Oh, wow.
do you recognize Craig? I don't think it's strong enough. You know, feel free to use any of our batteries to get energy out of it. We want to speak to you. Can you do that for us? I don't know if it's in mic or just some loud.
Do you like it down here?
I think it just said safe again. The real faint female voice. There's a faint female voice that keeps coming through. And it said safe twice. Safe. Safe. Yeah, twice. The one was really clear the first when we were walking up after, you know, we hung up.
EVP.
And then right now it just said safe again or something like.
Well, I can hear you on both male and female, but neither one of them sounded familiar.
No?
One bar is down on my camera already.
Is it?
I'm actually past the halfway.
My battery's halfway?
Yeah, halfway.
We might be using some of that battery to cut it. Can you touch one of us, please? We're not here to cast you away or scare you away. We just want to communicate with you. Can you make a sound around us? Turn this off so you can hear something. Feel free to walk right next to us. We just want to say hello. Feels really calm, you know?
Wow, I can almost hear something back here.
I've been hearing something back there.
Maybe someone's talking.
I don't
agree. Yeah.
I don't know.
That could be what exactly what it is.
Is that you coming up to us?
There's kids hanging out like up there.
Kids.
Yeah, if you know, just around the outside. Yeah. Do whatever, keep back for a while.
Yeah.
That might have been water. There's water coming through this.
Water.
There is.
That's where a couple of white spots you saw. I can't see the ceiling.
Yeah.
Craig, maybe if you you want to tell the camera the story of your friend.
Well, yeah, but what part, do you want me to start with what happened?
What happened? Yeah, and she lived right in this area, right in your camp.
Yeah, just a few feet up.
Okay.
Well, it was June 30th of last year, and,
Let's speak up just a little bit.
yeah, June 30th of last year, the first day of the monsoon, and it was a sunny day, but it was cloudy over the mountains, and there was a giant cloudburst. And even though no rain hit down here, or maybe there was a little, the water just dumped in the mountains, and it rushed down. And the first wave was probably about 4 feet. I mean, about a foot. And everybody was surprised. So they were scrambling to get things put up and so on and so forth. There was bikes and
To get out, yeah.
Bikes.
Try to get all this belongings.
yeah, anything that could wash away. You try to set it up on the shopping carts and stuff.
Okay.
And in the meantime, they worked their way out, and one of the guys got up with his bicycle, and he looked back, and both Sharon and Jess were gone.
So Sharon and Jazz were gone by the time.
Yeah, by the time he got just up that little ramp and through a hole.
How high was the water at that point?
About a foot.
About a foot?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the second wave came in, and it was probably, then it added to about 2 feet. And they went quite a distance. I would say probably around 10 football fields towards the end.
Wow.
And there's a slanted grate because the water runs under the airport.
Yeah.
And just all the garbage had built up there. And that's where she was. That's where she ended up.
So she got pinned.
She was something caught her leg.
Yeah.
And Jess finally caught up to her, and he was trying to pull her leg out, and she said, "That hurts. You're pulling on my leg. That hurts." And it was just no more than 30 seconds later, a shopping cart came up over him and hit her in the head.
And knocked her out.
Yeah, and then she took water in.
And then she took water.
Yeah. So that's
Well, I'm sorry for your loss.
yeah.
It's horrible, man. And, I know
Well,
there
it's
must be like a big family. There's a unity, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm sure you built a friendship, a relationship with her. And it's hard, man. It's hard. It's gotta be hard
It's
on
just so
the community.
surprising, yeah.
Yeah, because it could happen to anybody, so.
And there was people, watching up top, because they heard some, hollering and noise, and they came out from the apartments. But this is what I was told, but no one really wanted to help. Jesus Christ. And when you're in that kind of water, especially if you go down, if you don't have like a belt on your pants or something, or anything could just wash right off. Your clothing. The water just, it really moves.
Swallows you.
It's like a river, yeah. So,
But it was this tunnel.
right.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, that's where it originated from.
Well, thank you for sharing that story with us. I think that we're going to move to a different location and maybe pick up some different kind of energy. we heard repeatedly, how many times? A few times, a soft woman's voice and a male who responded to some of our questions. So,
Well, I heard the voices too, and neither one sounded familiar.
so maybe there's something else down here that we don't know.
Right.
And maybe we can pick up on it. So we'll be back.
You can,
So I moved down just to the corner of this the curve that crosses over Las Vegas Boulevard, and I set up camp there. And they took a bed. I had I had everything, a table and I make my walls, and I'm laying there, and now I feel in about 4 out of the 7 days I would be bothered. They wouldn't let me sleep. Something wouldn't let me. Yeah, and if I did doze off, something would wake me up, and I don't know, a noise. And but the 3 days, I don't know what that has. I don't know nothing about that. But now I have 2 of them, and then now I have my blanket. Hey, I feel someone like they're pinching just with their finger, and they're just pulling it. And I'm looking now. That startled me. I'm just a little. I've never been scared about it, but that startled me. So then, and I let it go, and I go, "What do you want now?" And I just talk to him. I say, "Hey," I go, "when I'm sleeping," I said, "you leave me alone." There's other stupid ass, dumb characters down here. Go pick on them. And and then they go away. I go back to sleep for a little bit. But now I have 2 of them, and I can hear footsteps now and this thing, and on both sides. On certain nights it was really high, and then it was like, and then I sensed that one was a mob had him killed and his son, and I think I don't know if that's fact. That was my first instinct, and that's what I went with. Because I said, if you got a message, and I think that he thinks it was unfair, the dad. Because they took his son too, because he was with him. So they killed them both. And I don't know what the story was on. I don't even know their names, but that's what I sensed. And so I don't know. And they're probably buried out here in Shallow Grave. There's thousands of people who are buried. The casino back in the day, when you got caught, they took you back up there and roughed you up and slugged you at the beach and sent you out and said, next time you're disappearing. And that's, hey. And there's 2,000 credit hunters today. Can you imagine back then? And I'm sure that these people had the balls to go back in, and they probably were never seen again. That's the history that's that. But that's how the mob controlled those people. They took when the Harley guys got here. They gathered up all 10 of their fucking bikes and took them all out there and buried them in a pit. And they never. Those gangs wouldn't come here. They sent them a strong message. So,
Lots changed.
Yeah, well,
Corporate Vegas.
yeah, it's corporate. I think our gaming commission is still mob ties because I just something tells me that they are. When they went corporate, that whole board should have been changed. And I don't think it has been. He just don't want to be filmed, but anything else you can film, freely, anything on the walls that you see.
Film whatever you want.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put the big camera up later.
Show them this manhole shaft up right.
Yeah, we got far already.
You see where I had this I had this all blocked up.
Yeah, Craig's lived in several different spots
Yeah.
down here. See that?
Yeah, we use golf balls and we can pound them up in here, and then it currently because in the winter.
Oh shit, yeah.
But it's nice like that right now. You
Yeah.
know how cool it is.
Yeah, it's nice.
In the summer here, this is beautiful. So. This is one of my spots, and this one up here is demonic really to me, but I painted it. So
stood and felt how awful goodness is. That's from Paradise Lost. Yeah.
And here, if you look up here, you see how far we're down. Just to hear what light I wrote on the wall. Up here, when you look up here, you can see some the distance of how far we're down. So it's really cool here in the summer. You can't beat this in the summer. This is where I moved. I need to get it. Can I show it? No, you can take it. About 3 months ago, I was at Mandalay Bay, and you see a little bitty article in the paper I caught, but I was there that night. The ballet was just tore up, boy, that just tears them. The guys, they can't even do their job, they have to go home, because when you see that splatter from the top floor, it's terrible. You can't identify, you can probably tell if it's a woman or a guy, but you don't know who it is. It's terrible.
Have you ever felt like footstep, like when you're walking through here, like somebody walking behind you, you turn around, nobody's there?
Yeah, that's what I was just experiencing. I just came down here about an hour prior to me coming here because I wanted to warm, and I especially on the other side, it feels like somebody's walking right behind you.
Even right now, my battery was at full. I had a full battery when I got here. I just turned my camera on. These will last for hours. I filmed the whole Sexy Booty Boot Camp DVD on these cameras. And
I've investigated one incident over next door. Sharon had told me about 10 years ago and she took me over, and I actually seen this little girl's handprint on the wall, and it was like moisture out, and then you don't see it normally. Just every now and then you'll see that little handprint there. I don't know what that is. I don't know what girl was ever down here. I only have history from when I came, so it's like me telling you this story. I was down in this area when Steve and Sharon and Jazz were in there. I could tell you what happened down here, but the story over here, I wasn't there, and it took about an hour for him to tell me the story and all this happened in 27 minutes from sunshine to sunshine. So
now, do you and your neighbors talk about experiences, or maybe you walk into one another?
I've talked to them, but they think I think that now they think I'm officially crazy, but that's okay. Because I was bugging them.
Tabs on the weather, very, very close tabs, hour by hour. But when you're down here and the water starts to come in, it comes through that grate in the ceiling, and that's runoff from the golf course. And so you'll get a trickle of water coming through there, and it gives you fair warning because you have about 2 hours. You know, if it's raining outside or water has come from the mountains, no water would come through the grate unless it's actually raining outside. The golf course is watered so well that when you get a little bit of rain, maybe an hour's worth, water will trickle into the grate. And if it continues to rain, then the real water comes from 2 different reservoirs, and that will come in from the front entrance. And then the grate can sound like a waterfall. I mean, there's so much water that comes through there that it's amazing. I mean, you have 3 different sources of water that can come in, and it can just overwhelm you. But you have usually about 2 hours before water will actually seep onto the floor, and it will take even another 2 hours. It may be raining for 4 hours and it stays dry down here, especially on this side, because we have a diversion on the very front, which takes a little bit of water and diverts it into the second tunnel. So we can stay dry, and there could be 6 inches on the other side.
Now, are you afraid that if you fall asleep when it's raining, you may not know how high the water may get by the end, or, during the night. And do you ever worry about that? I mean, does the water ever get
Deep enough to where you,
chest high? Does it ever get to, let's say, like about here? Or does it stay pretty much?
I think it stays pretty low, doesn't it? Because you're coming to a runoff. See how it goes out?
In 17 years, there's only been water about 4 feet twice. And all the rest of the times it's between.
I mean, I'm sure if you were in like a storm or something, then it might happen.
Right. It would have to be a lot of water.
But there's not enough debris on the whole runway itself, like a river.
Yeah.
How the tunnels go, they go like rivers. And there's not enough debris in it to block it. Not unless you get down to the other end, down by the street, because there's a lot of stuff down there, and that's a blockage. That'll make the water back up.
So you guys,
I got a little water on my mat the other day.
Yeah, just history.
so day to day, when you wake up in the morning, what's the mission? We get up, we
My mission is to go and take care of what I have to take care of. And then the rest of the day, I'd look for some coffee or try to make some money or whatever.
everybody needs coffee. Yeah. And have you guys seen? There's a lot of people that come and go through the tunnels.
No.
Like people you don't know, or
Not here.
how do you approach the situation? Say somebody is. I know you guys put cans up, right? You had cans up in the back here, so you could hear if somebody's coming
You want to have something, yeah.
down here. Yeah, so you can hear if somebody's coming.
Broken glass is actually the best thing.
Okay, so if somebody does sneak by and you guys, or you don't hear them, and they come
Yeah.
as far
They
as.
could come in here.
So if they come in, what do you do? What do you do? I
If they
mean,
come in here, then we're gonna get up.
yeah.
We're gonna say, what's up? Don't come through now unless you introduce yourself first.
Absolutely, this is your home.
Yeah.
This is your home.
Once the
You
curtains
guys
are drawn and the board is put up, that means, no trespassing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very rarely do we have anybody coming this way. We do have people that'll enter
You
from
get a lot of people off the strip, just a bunch of drunk idiots that come down here wandering around
on the other side.
on the other side.
On the other side, you'll have women.
They get to these year round.
Yeah, that'll come from the side because there's no bathrooms up there, and they gotta pee.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Wow.
So they'll come down and you'll hear them chatting and stuff.
Yeah.
And do whatever they're gonna do.
This one runs all the way out over there on the other side of the Las Vegas sign, right?
Right, just right at it.
Yeah, right at it. That's where this goes out.
I mean, that's where the entrance is.
Well, we're gonna investigate a little more. Again, Spike, man, I appreciate you, brother.
Not a problem.
You're the man. You
All
are.
right.
Big Craig. These are our new friends. Me and Xavier are gonna come back down here and check on y'all, and they come back and bring the laptop, watch a movie.
Oh, yeah.
Something, just, hang out, whatever you guys need, and you guys are good people. So for you that are watching this video, yes, I mean, I wouldn't, a lot of people would say, oh, it's creepy down there, people are crazy down there, but as you can see, these people are great. Nice guys, they're down to earth, they're actually better to talk to than most of the people above us. So,
We appreciate
but
it. Yeah.
at the same time,
Yeah.
this is their home. We respect that. We respect you. And people that are watching this, this isn't a place to run around and play. This isn't a playground. This is a real.
You get hurt out here.
It's serious. There's serious risks. This is his home, and just like your home, you would defend yourself in your home. This is his home. So if you're thinking coming down here and playing around, you got the wrong idea.
Yeah.
So show respect. I hope you guys enjoy this video.
You got respect too for everybody.
Absolutely.
As long as we give respect, we're gonna get it.
You got
And
it.
if we don't, we're gonna take it.
There you go. You heard it here first, guys.
Life